Let's talk some Miami Hurricanes recruiting because Miami hosting Florida State at night. Now, just 2 years ago in the Hard Rock, FSU beat Miami 43-6. This game, though, has the feeling of a blowout in the other direction, and Miami Hurricanes are making sure their top targets are on campus to see this one. Steve, let's just start at the top with 5-star DJ Pickett. This is a huge visit as he's been on campus a couple times already, but now we're getting closer and closer to signing day.
Well, I think this is a recruitment that we're ultimately going to be talking about all the way up to December 4th in the 3-day early signing period, because Mario Cristobal, Miami, and this coaching staff are going to continue to do what they can to try and flip him from LSU. He's a 5-star. He's the number 1 player in the state. He's been at the top of Miami's board for years. He is just a tremendous cornerback prospect, outstanding length, unique ball skills for the position, and just a gamer, a guy that has all the intangibles you covet as well. And LSU was able to beat out Oregon and Miami in round this recruitment. He continues to say all the right things about his pledge to the Tigers. LSU's doing all the right things on the field, all the right things in this recruitment. He's expected back in Baton Rouge a couple more times this fall before season's end, but the dialogue remains regular with Miami and this coaching staff, again, led by Coach Cristobal. He's already been to 2 Miami games this year, the win over the Gators in Gainesville, and then returned to Coral Gables earlier this fall. That was with his mom. He's coming back with his dad this weekend. And again, similar to how Miami recruited guys like Jordan Lyle and Jeremiah Smith to the end, win some, lose some, they're going to recruit DJ Pickett all the way to the finish line, and we'll see if he ultimately ends up in the fold for the Hurricanes.
All right. Now, you see a lot of DBs on this list. Obviously, DB is a big need for Miami, which is why they're going so hard after a DJ Pickett, but they'll take more. We see a couple more DBs on this list. What do you make of Miami's chances at another flip at the position? Hey, Inside Scoop listeners and football fans, out at the FSU and UNC game next weekend? Well, whether you're cheering on the Noles or the Tar Heels on November 2nd, plan for a pit stop at the Whataburger food truck during your tailgate. Get ready to watch your team by securing an easy W first with a hot, fresh Whataburger, that is, and no matter who comes out on top, when you take your team to Whataburger, you know what it feels like to be a winner by getting your food made your way, fresh and hot every time, 24/7. See you at the game and see you at Whataburger.
Well, Shamar Anu from Carrollton, Georgia, is another target that they've been full speed ahead on, have made him feel like a priority. He feels like he's a top of the board target for the Hurricanes as they try and put the finishing touches on this recruiting class at the position. They already have a fantastic defensive back class, but to play the style of defense that they want to year in and year out, the secondary is so important. So they want to add guys to Jabori Antoine and Drake Stubbs and company, and you got Shamar Anu, you got Ben Hanks Jr., top 100 recruit on 300 prospect, currently committed to Florida, coming back for his second Miami game of the year. Obviously, he's a Florida Gators legacy recruit. They're keeping close tabs on what's going on in Gainesville as they continue to I think Florida's obviously playing better each week, and so we'll see what happens with the Gators. But Miami, when he committed to Florida, they told him they weren't going to stop recruiting him, and if anything, they've turned it up a couple notches, and we'll be excited to see Ben Hanks Jr. and Shamar Anu on campus this weekend.
Absolutely. Now, Jarquez Carter, he's back. He's committed to Ohio State, but he's from the state of Florida. We've seen him pop up, whether it be at Florida, whether it be in Miami. Is this more visits out of convenience because they're so locationally close, or is Jarquez Carter seriously considering Miami Hurricanes?
Well, he says all the right things about his Ohio State commitment, but we've seen Miami be a major thorn in the side of Ohio State since Mario Cristobal has gotten to Coral Gables. Tarvos T.J. Alford's another major target for Miami down the stretch here on 300 linebacker, visiting Miami for the second time this year. He's enjoyed watching this program's upward trajectory, has called them the home team. So I think Miami's in the middle of it. Now, it'll be interesting to see how Miami finishes their linebacker recruiting, Josh. They love the guys they already have in the fold at the position. Probably room for just one more right now. Tarvos TJ Alford's one of those targets, but so's Kellen Wiley, an in-state recruit, major riser recently in the On 300 player rankings. Miami was one of the first programs to prioritize him. I like where they stand with Kellen Wiley. They're definitely a dark horse for Tarvos TJ Alford, so we'll see which one they land. And look, if they both want to come this weekend, that's why Mario Cristobal gets paid the big bucks to make decisions there. I don't know how you turn them both down if they both say they want to come this weekend. But ultimately, definitely room for one. Could be a first come, first serve for Wiley or Alford coming into the weekend. So we'll see what happens as they both process another experience at Miami.
All right, Miami fans, big rivalry matchup this weekend. Let us know, what is your score prediction? And also, who do you think is the most important flip target on campus this weekend? Let us know, comment section below.